Welcome back, dear students, to my YouTube channel and e-learning program of Gokhale Education Society. I am Pardesi AI, working as an assistant teacher in JDC Bitco English Medium High School, Nasik Road. Once again, I am here with the geography subject of Standard 8. Today, we are going to discuss and learn chapter number 4, Structure of Ocean Floor. Today we are going to learn and discuss the following topics. First, pie chart showing water and land distribution. Second, altitudes and its meaning. Third, elevation, its meaning. Fourth, mean sea level, that is MSL. Fifth, can you tell? Sixth, ocean floor, its meaning. 7, geographical explanation. 8, can you tell? 9, the relief of ocean floor, that is the structure of ocean floor. In it we will see A, continental shelf, B, continental slope, C, abyssal plains. About a third of the surface of the earth consists of land. The land on the earth is divided into 7 continents. Dear students, you know them very well. They are Asia, Europe, Africa, North America, South America, Antarctica and Australia. Asia is the largest continent and Australia is the smallest. The uneven structure on the Earth's surface is called relief. Two-thirds of the Earth's surface is covered with water. Most of this water is in the oceans. You know very well that ocean water is salty. Dear students, you know that there are 5 oceans. They are Atlantic, Pacific, Arctic, the Southern Ocean and the Indian Ocean. The land along the margins of an ocean is called the coastal region. Water bodies of different shapes and size are formed along the coast. For example, sea bay, strait, gulf, creek. These water bodies are part of the ocean. The land submerged under the oceanic water is called ocean floor. Our second point is altitude. Altitude is the height measured from sea level up to any given point. These pictures will help you to understand the meaning of altitude. In this picture we can see 3 things: elevation, altitude and height. In this picture also we can see the altitude, that is the height of the mountain from the sea level. Dear students, you know very well that Mount Everest has the highest altitude. Its altitude is 8,848 meters above the sea level. Altitudes or depths are measured and shown in positive or negative values. The depth of Mariana Trench is minus 11,034 meters. Our third point is elevation. Elevation is a distance above sea level. Elevations are usually measured in meters or feet. They can be shown on maps by contour lines, which connect points with the same elevation by bands of color or by numbers, giving the exact elevations of particular points on the Earth's surface. For example, the height to which something is elevated. The elevation of the tower or the building is 80 feet. That is the altitude or height of the building above the sea level or ground level. This sound of helicopter was recorded by me from the top of our building. It was flying above a few meters from me and some meters above the sea level. This will help you to understand elevation, height, altitude, sea level. Dear students, open the textbook and come to the page number 26. On it, see always remember our next point number 4, mean sea level. Elevation or depth of any place is measured from the sea level. The average of the highest high tides and the lowest low tides is considered as a sea level. This average is taken to be zero, and altitudes or depths are measured and shown in positive or negative values. For example, Mount Everest is 8,848 meters high and Mariana Trench is minus 11,034 meters. For survey purpose in India, the height of sea level at Chennai is considered to be zero, and the elevation of any place in India is measured with reference to this. Our next point is can you tell on page number 24. Dear students, come to the page number 24. On it, see can you tell. Continents and oceans are a part of the lithosphere and hydrosphere respectively. Continents and oceans lie on plates, that is on continents on continental plates and oceans on oceanic plates. During low tides, the level of ocean water goes down and the land below the water near the coast is exposed. Ships wreck when they strike against the rocks in the ocean. If the above points are correct, then select the most appropriate option from the following. And the options are: first, the surface of the earth is occupied by land and water. Second, there is a land below the ocean too. Third, even if the water has the same level, the land submerged is not even. And last, the level of water and land is uneven. And the correct option is option number third. Even if the water has the same level, the land submerged is not even. In the fifth standard, you learn about the spheres of the earth, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. High tides occurs when there is a full moon night, and low tides occurs when there is a new moon night. Our next point number 6 is ocean floor. Land submerged below the oceanic water is called the ocean floor. Geographical explanation. We know that the proportion of water and land is uneven on the earth. Around 71% of the surface is covered by water, but there is a land even below this water. But like water, it is not at the same level. We classify the various landforms on the earth on the basis of altitudes. A similar classification can be done for landforms submerged under the water. The relief of ocean floor or the landforms submerged under the oceanic water are classified on the basis of their depth from the sea floor and the shape of the land there. Dear students, observe the figure 4.1 and try to name the landforms shown in figure. Our next point is related with this figure, that is figure number 4.1, various landforms. The various landforms in this figure from left to right are: first, mountain; second, plateau. Third, coast. Sea level is given. Next to sea level is continental shelf, then continental slope. Sixth one, submarine plateau. 7, island, and 8 one, marine deep. Second question, what parameters were used for classifying the landforms on the earth? Dear students, as we have already learned that altitude and the shape of the lands were the parameters used for the classification of the landforms on the earth. Next question is, what parameters were used for naming the landforms below water? Depth from the sea floor and the shape of the land were the parameters used for naming the landforms below water. Our last point is the relief of ocean floor. In it, we are going to see continental shelf, continental slope, and abyssal plains, and the remaining mountain ranges and plateaus, marine deeps, and marine trenches we will see in the next part. The relief of ocean floor. Land submerged below oceanic water is called the ocean floor. The relief of ocean floor is decided upon by the depth from the sea floor and the shape of the land there. The average depth of oceans is around 3,700 meters. The ocean bed is also uneven like the land on the continents. The ocean floor relief consists of all submerged landforms. The structure of the ocean floor differs from ocean to oceans. We will look at the sequence of the landforms and the details of major landforms on the ocean floor. As we go away from the coast, the structure of the ocean floor changes. Observe the figure 4.2, ocean relief. Continental shelf. The land near the coast and submerged under the sea is called continental shelf. This is the shallowest part of the ocean bed. It is also called submerged coastland. Its slope is gentle. The extent of the continental shelf is not uniform everywhere. It is narrow along the coast of some continents while it is broad for hundreds of kilometers at others. Its depth is up to 200 meters below the sea level. The continental shelf is very important from the point of humans. Extensive fishing grounds are found in the continental shelf. As this part is shallow, the sunlight reaches its bed. Algae, plankton, etc. grow here. This is a food for fish. Natural gas, mineral oil and various minerals can be obtained by mining the continental shelf. For example, Mumbai High, located on the continental shelf of the Arabian Sea. It is a source from where we obtain mineral oil and natural gas. The next landform of the ocean floor is continental slope. After the extent of continental shelf is over, the slope of the sea bed becomes steeper. This is called continental slope. The depth of the slope is from 200 meters to 3,600 meters. In some places it is more. The continental slope is narrow. The lower boundary of continental slope is considered to be the boundary of continents. In this figure, number 1 indicates continental shelf. Continental shelf is the place between the end point of the coast and starting of the continental slope. The number 2 indicates continental slope. It starts after continental shelf. Observe the figures 4.1 and 4.2 carefully. Abyssal plains. Behind the continental slope lie the abyssal plains, which are the flat part of the seabed. The abyssal plains consist of various submerged landforms like hills, plateaus, etc. In this figure, A indicates continental shelf, B indicates continental slope, and C indicates abyssal plains.